Welcome back, my dear friends. Did you know that this color that we're gonna talk about today has its own hex code? Yes, you can see here we have hash 2A6F39 and you can check it on the Google and you will know that this is exactly the same color. Why this is important? Because we like to listen to you. Many times you ask us on the forum next, when do we gonna have hex codes or hex colors or any code that will correspond to some color? Well, we have it now, so if you need to have like special color, you will know how to search for it. Pretty cool feature in my opinion. But today we gonna talk again about some green color because the Christmas is coming, we have December, right? Just like in previous video. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about tooling dark green, which basically corresponds a little bit to the known power tool company, but I'm not gonna talk about it now. We have also color it's called tooling green, and this is tooling dark green, and they are almost the same. I can give you the code so you can check it and compare it. It's hash 1C5B4D, and then you're gonna see the shades are a little bit different. This is the cooler color and this is warmer color, and basically they are almost the same in my opinion. But yes, you can see the difference. Of course you can see it. So we don't gonna use this one today, so I'm gonna put it on the side. And now we're gonna talk about this one because I was thinking what to print with this color to show you how good it is. So of course we're talking about PLA. Did I mention this is from series called Color Wish, that you can basically put some hex code and order your own color from hex code? Yeah? No? Okay. Now you know. So I have few ideas what to print, and for the first one will be of course Christmas trees, pine trees basically. So let's see. I think this is worth mentioning because it looks very realistic, but still it is like a little plasticity, you know, like, you know, it's plastic, right? It's it looks like 3D model, but the details are really intense here. But the printing time was, you know, I think it was 8 hours or 9 hours, something like that, and it's 70 grams of filament, so it's not bad. You have supports on the bottom and then you have this one nice base for it. So of course all the models and 3D files, you will get the link in the description of this video, so you search there, okay? Yeah, thank you very much. So this pine tree, I will rate it like 8 out of 10, but I have better one. Yes, I think it's 10 out of 10. Take a look at this. You're gonna see on the time lapse that this tree takes forever to print because it is printed with overhangs in the air. So the main construction of this tree is in the middle. It's just like tiny narrow tube, and then all the branches are overhangs printed in air. And this was printed on a Prusa Core 1, and you can see that on this one side, one single piece of line, every single branch is a little bit lower and it's like hanging lower because the cooling is not omnidirectional. It's like it has this one spot there, the air is just not there, and this is the spot, so it was cooling not fast enough and it was going down. So yeah, we see that, so we need to point it this way to be visible. But this takes 14 hours in a layer height of 0.2 to print, and it took also about 100 grams of filament. I didn't check exactly, but you need to roughly believe me that it was this. And this, you have this big base on the bottom, so basically it looks pretty stable. That's not gonna, you know, tilt or fall down. I really like this model because it doesn't look 3D printed at all. Like this small one that we had in the previous video, this looks just amazing, and the bigger version, the better. So 10 out of 10 in my opinion. But you will say that, okay, Rafał, you always say that 3D models that you print are amazing, always. Because there's two reasons for it. One reason is like I like to pick really good models to show you, because I know the time is very limited to show you good models. I'm not gonna show you bad models. Speaking of, we have two more pine trees. This was the... Yeah, and the second reason is just like that, because I don't want to talk about bad models, but I'm gonna do exception today. So we have these two pine trees. I think this was one of the author of these models had award of nominated in 2023 on printables for best Christmas decorations. And yes, I agree, those pine trees are really good looking. Design is pretty good, but I had some issues with printing, because it says, the guide says to use a classic wall generator instead of Arachne, and it didn't work so well. And I had so little time to print it that I just put a layer height of 0.25, I think, and it was also one wall with 0.8 width of printing, so the details are gone. You can see a lot of artifacts around, so I don't think it's the best print I made. But on the bottom you can see we have these small bases that are on a thread, so we can just like twist it in, twist it out. And of course I've printed them with our natural PLA with wood fill. So they are looking pretty good with those. But I think if I had more time, I will print it the proper way, proper printing. So we're gonna see better results. So from these 4 pine trees, I think this one is the best, and this is the second, and those are also good enough. The next step will be to print the normal tree, as accurate with real ones as possible. So I've just found this tree on the printables, and this is the tree that's supposed to work with Gloomhaven game, I guess. I never played it, but the tree is just amazing. It has so much details. You can see the bark on it, you can see all the branches, and the best thing, you can just remove the top and you can see all the branches, you can see all the texture, even the hole in the tree. You have the trunks, you have the other stones and the dirt. You can paint it basically, or maybe smoke it a little bit with a lighter, but don't do that, please. It wasn't my idea, okay? Okay. So now, for the miniatures, this tree is just 10 out of 10 for me, in my opinion. So yeah, use this color for the tree, and you can use this wood-filled PLA with natural color for the trunk. You can see this is our wood fill. This is the natural color. So really good for using for trees, I guess. I have this small request that we should print some leaves from different plants, and I found some of the coasters you can see on the printables and the Maker World, and they are, pretty thick. So try to change the size of the z-axis to 0.6 or 1 millimeter, and then you're gonna get this super flexible thin leaves. They are basically flat, like this one. They are super flat. You don't see any curves on that. So what you're gonna do is you can use some extra tools to get these weird shapes, and just use hair dryer or heat gun. But please be careful, it's super hot, so you don't want to get your fingers damaged. So, and everything around, of course. Little bit of heat, and they are starting to get a little bit soft. I mean, a lot. So be fast, be careful, and then you can just change the shape of it, and they are starting to make this nice, cool shape. And if you, of course, have pretty strong hands, I mean, heat resistant, you can heat up a little bit, put it in a hand, and make a shape, and they're then gonna solidify again. Works perfectly. And if you're gonna do the shapes very irregularly, then it's gonna be very realistic in my opinion. And then you can use those in some decorations because the green of this color fits perfectly. This is the mint leaves, this is the monstera leaves, and basically just two kinds but different sizes. Maybe you can find a little bit better ones and more detailed, but this method works just fine. Okay, and the last models that I printed for you today is the small tiny cute boxes for Christmas. I need to give some kudos for the 3D model artist because they are so cute and it was so easy to print. Here I use also the red PLA, normal PLA, and also magic silk forest flame that we had before on the previous episode, because it's also a little bit red and a little bit green, so it looks nice. But my wife said, Monica said, that the red one is looking just the best. Also, I printed it on our new bed sheet that it's with holographic, and basically the layers, the first layer didn't stick super well to it. I think I need to add a little bit more temperature to it, but once you see light bending on the holographics, this is actually the sky dust or something like that, it looks just amazing. It looks super nice. So once you cover all the bad things that on the first layer, it looks just awesome. And this is like the box for candies or sweets or just small presents, or you can just show it to your loved ones. I hope this episode was inspiring, and maybe you're gonna use some of these models. And of course, if you want to buy those filaments, just click in the link in the description. I will prepare more videos with Christmas decorations for you on YouTube, so please subscribe so you don't gonna miss it. If you have any more ideas what to print or which filament should I cover, just write the comment down below. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next video. Hopefully. Bye!